If you don't already know, I started this challenge because I realized something about really successful people, and that is they are usually really good communicators. And when I look at myself honestly, I realize my communication skills aren't where I want them to be. I don't enunciate properly, I jump from one point to another, I digress at times, and sometimes I still use filler words, which are significantly reduced over the course of this challenge. So I decided to give myself 90 days to see how much I can truly improve my communication skills. And that's basically why I'm doing all of this. So for the next 90 days, I'm documenting the process, the struggles, what I'm learning, and more importantly, whether I can actually become a better communicator. Today is day 13. For today's session, I'm going to read another 7 to 1,000 word passage out loud. The goal is to continue working on my delivery, particularly my pacing and my enunciation. And without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, today's topic is why is it so difficult to know what you really want? Let's go. Knowing what you want sounds like it should be relatively simple. Someone asks you what you want from your career, your relationships, your finances, or your life in general, and you might expect an answer to appear immediately.
But for many people, it doesn't. You can have a general idea of the kind of life you want while still being completely uncertain about what you should actually do next. Part of the problem is that wanting something and knowing why you want it are two different things. You might say that you want to make more money, but why? Perhaps you want financial security, maybe you want freedom, maybe you want recognition, maybe you want to prove something to yourself or to other people. But those motivations can lead you towards completely different decisions. The same thing happens with careers. You might think you want a particular job because it sounds interesting or prestigious, but after spending some time thinking about it, you may realize that what attracted you was not the work itself. You like the idea of being the kind of person who has that job. Begin to review something. Perhaps not a perfect answer, but a direction. Or maybe that's all you need. You don't necessarily need to know exactly where you will end up. You need enough clarity to decide what is what to try next. Ultimately, knowing what you want may be less about discovering a hidden answer inside yourself, and more about paying attention to the evidence your life is giving you. What you repeatedly choose matters, what you repeatedly avoid matters, what you're willing to struggle for matters, and sometimes what you thought you wanted matters less than what you continue choosing when nobody's telling you what you should choose. Clarity is not always
It's something you find. Sometimes it is something you build one decision at a time. And that's pretty much it. That's roughly 1,000 words by default. The word count is going to increase massively. I'm going to probably increase it to something around 3,000. And I'm also going to be stacking new exercises. So I have another announcement on day 14. I'm going to tell you, let me give you the spoiler just yet. If you watch to the end, thank you very, very much. Just so I know you read the end, you can drop in a comment popcorn. I'm sure it's to confuse everybody, but just drop in a comment popcorn. And I'll see you in day 14.